We hope you enjoy The Magicians. Interview with Madness by Rachel Lawson. Hello, I'm Dr. Blake Alexander. Welcome to the Blake Report. Today, my first guest will be a friend of mine, my lawyer, Gabriel Drac, better known as the superhero, the Masked Chicken, said the tall, handsome man in glasses who hosted the TV show The Blake Report. There was a video of the Masked Chicken in his most heroic moment, being saved by another local hero, Blue Midnight. The video was obviously taken on a phone by an observer. Blue Midnight was the host of the show in disguise. He was another superhero. Gabriel wasn't a hero. He was a serial victim. The video finished, and the camera went on Gabriel. He'd been watching the monitor, and he was grimacing. Blake frowned at Gabriel for the look. "Gabriel, you're on camera," Blake moaned. "Hi, Blake," said Gabriel, smiling nervously. "Hello, Gabriel," said Blake, smiling. "Welcome to the Blake Report." "Thanks, my friend. I watch it all the time. It's my favorite show," said Gabriel. "Ah, thank you, Gabriel," replied Blake. "Get back to the interview, Blake," said the director of the show, Lando King, Blake's boss, in his earpiece. Said Blake nervously. "I hear you are a magician who hates magic. Why is that?" "Yes, magic is cheating. I prefer to do things manually," said Gabriel. "Oh, really? How is that?" said the magician Blake. "Magic makes everything too easy," said Gabriel. "Oh?" Blake said, puzzled, thinking it would be a waste of time pushing him more on the subject. "What do you see as your greatest strength?" asked Blake curiously. "My friends," said Gabriel. Blake smiled. "I would say your greatest strength is your belief in yourself. You may not be the strongest fighter, but no one can dissuade you from your belief in yourself," Blake said. "It's what I admire about you the most." "Thank you, Blake," said Gabriel. "Ask him what your weakness is," ordered Lando, wanting to see the chicken look a fool. "You're welcome," said Blake, ignoring Lando. "Ask him, Blake," Lando shouted on the mic. Blake looked at the camera and glared at it. Blake was defending the chicken again. "Blake, are you all right?" asked the chicken. "Sorry, I'm hearing annoying voices in my head," moaned Blake. Gabriel looked at Blake's son, Lance, who usually argued with Blake, who was watching them. "Leave him alone, Lance," protested Gabriel. "It wasn't me," protested Lance aloud. They were telepaths, but Lance wasn't happy, so he spoke. Blake pulled out his earphones. "No, Lando," Blake hissed. "Cut to the ads," shouted Lando. Lando stormed into the room. "You don't kill my interviews, Dr. Death," screamed Lando accusingly. Blake, the coroner called Dr. Death, went on the defensive. "I don't bring down my friends, even him," Blake snapped back. "If you do this again, the only place you'll be able to get a job is hell," screamed the livid Lando at Blake, the king of the Grim Reapers. Blake was livid himself. He removed his glasses, putting them in his pocket. He went colder than dry ice. He looked like a cat hunting a mouse. "Never talk like that to me if you value your life. The necromancer is just a naughty schoolboy compared to me. He can only kill you. I can send you to hell on a whim," moaned Blake. Lando looked nervously at Blake's serial killer son, Lance, who was the necromancer. Lance had never seen his dad that mad. He was scared. "Ad's over," Lance said, seeing Lando and his dad appearing on the monitor. Blake disappeared into thin air in a shower of sparks. "Where'd he go?" asked the assistant director, seeing Blake disappear in the robot camera over the public announcement speaker. "To hell with all I care. Put on the ads again," shouted Lando. The ads were put on again. "Alexander, you wanted a show too," snapped Lando at Lance. "You finish his show and we'll talk about it." "What do you want me to talk about?" Lance asked. "The necromancer," said Lando. "What do you want me to do?" asked the chicken. "Leave. You caused enough trouble here," shouted Lando. Lance freaked out the audience and gained a warning for the show. Lance didn't get a show. Blake came back the next day for work when he'd calmed down.